The Ballad of the Cars, Rudyard Kipling. Quo. Now this is the price of a stirrup cup. Quo. The kneeling doctor said. And sin he bade them take him up, for he saw that the man was dead. They took him up, and they laid him down, and, oh, he did not stir, and they had him into the nearest town to wait the coroner. They drew the dead cloth over the face, they closed the doors upon, and the cars that were parked in the marketplace made talk of it anon. Then up and spake a Daimler wide, that carries the slatted tank. Quo. 'Tis we must purge the countryside, and no man will us thank. Quo. For while they pray at Holy Kirk the souls should turn from sin, we cock our bonnets to the work, and gather the drunken in. Quo. And if we spare them for the nonce, or their comrades jack them free, they learn more under our dumb irons than they learned at time mother's knee. Quo. Then up and spake an Armstrong bold, and Siddeley was his name. Quo. I saw a man lie stark and cold by Grantham as I came. Quo. There was a blind turn by a brook, a guardrail and a fell, but the drunken loon that overtook he got no hurt at all. Quo. I ha trodden the wet road and the dry butt and the shady lane. And why the guiltless soul should die, good reason find I nan. Quo. Then up and spake the Bay Boston had barely room for two. Quo. 'Tis time and place that make the sin, and not the deed they do. Quo. For when a man drives with his deer, I ha seen it come to pass that an arm too close or a lip too near has killed both lad and lass. Quo. There was a car at Eventide and a sidlings kissed to steal the God knows how the couple died, but I mind the inquest wheel. Quo. I have trodden the black tar and the heath butt and the cobblestone. And why the young go to their death, good reason find I none. Quo. Then spake a Morris from Oxenford, was keen to a Cowley friar. Quo. How shall we judge the ways of the Lord that are but steel and fire? Quo. Between the oil pits under earth and the levins spark from the skies, we but adventure and go forth as our man shall devise. Quo. And if he have drunken a hoop too deep, no kinship can us move to draw him home in his market sleep or spare his waiting love. Quo. There is never a lane in all England where mellow man can go, but he must look on either hand and back and front also. Quo. But we must busk him every tide, at prick of horn, to leap either to hide in ditch beside or in the banks steep. Quo. And whether he walk and drink or muse, or for his love be bound, we have no wit to mark and choose, but needs must slay or wound. Quo. They drew the dead cloth from its face. The crowner looked thereon, and the cars that were parked in the marketplace went all their ways anon.